I'll start, not a chat log though, just a story. Be me. Random adventurer. Go fish. Get 4 pieces of salmon. Knock on some door and trade 2 salmons for a spell tome. Go out once the barter is complete and read it. Learning the spell that casts fire from your palms. It's basic but you can cast large beams of fire if your mana pool is large enough. Gather some sticks and make a bonfire with Ignim. Some hooded figure approaches, claims to be a scholar looking at fire. Fistanigartard.png. Turns out to be a spy for the Lich King. I pin him to the ground and burn him alive by placing my palms to his face. His last dying breaths asks me how I knew Ignim, because it was an ancient spell used by the Lich King before he became a necromancer. Ask who the Lich King is, turns out he's some grand necromancer or sorts. Lich King appears blah blah, he tells me that I can't harm him in whatever way, so I shoot him and he disappears. Tells him what a pussy he is and that he's scared of getting hurt. No respawn. Open spell tome again. Look at Identifactum, a spell that interrogates a thing. Use it on the trees. Follow its mana source and it leads to a giant fucking tree. Using Identifactum on the giant fucking tree revealed that it's a power source for the dark tower the Lich King lives at. Point both palms at the tree and yell Ignim. I get knocked back by the huge fucking explosion I wasn't expecting and slowly die due to the extreme usage of mana in one go and inhale the fumes. Suddenly I'm healed. Look behind and see a dragon. It thanks me for destroying the tree because she can finally get her eggs back. She tells me that she owes me a very big favor. I ask her to turn to human form, she does and she's absolutely fucking beautiful, light raven hair and purple eyes. I ask for her heart. She tells me that it may be too big of a favor and that if I did I must be absolutely loyal to her, else I'm going to fucking die. Part, half. Be me, Junior, currently 1.5 yo as of today. Get made redundant during last year layoffs. 7 months to find a new job. New job seems like a great team, fun stuff, etc. Their DS leaves. Since I'm an enthusiast junior they try to see if they can get 2 for 1. I say okay because at this point I would give sloppy tops just for a job. And here's where hell begins. DS team is a boss who doesn't know the code and one other person, both women. Boss is great, but my co-worker is a right bipolar cunt. I have to ask questions due to not knowing DS, PySpark, shitty framework, or the code base. This bitch will either somewhat help but mostly will belittle you for trying to learn shit you wouldn't know, very not charitable to fools type. I gradually avoid asking her for questions because it's like poking a fucking bear, but ultimately this leads to fuck-ups. Extended probation out of concern, they're actively trying to help me though, manager and boss, but they allow me a free pass to ask questions despite the co-worker being an asshole. Due to this, the co-worker is now trying to cause shit, create arguments when I told her I don't want them, and is trying to slander me behind my back. Be me, 2020. Girl, Zoomer, comes over. She wanted to watch something with me. Never paid for Netflix, Prime or music. Didn't even have a smart TV. Made her look up what movie she wanted to watch. She didn't know, expected, women are not good at making choices. I picked one for her. Torrent the movie. Plug an HDMI cord into my laptop. Connect Linux tiling window manager artist ThinkPad to TV. Pull up terminal, play movie from MPV, maximize window. She was so uncomfortable by this entire process, which brought me great joy. Female opinions don't really matter. You can use Linux, Android, Ethernet, go on autistic rants about Jews and blacks, not over text though, etc. as long as you carry yourself like you're 7 feet tall, have a massive cock and make $10 million a year and don't give a fuck about anything. Just be confident bro equals truth. Be me. COSYS running bulletin board in early 1990s. Pirate software etc. Actual sysup was causing trouble with people so they tried to take down his board. He changed security settings on board mail for some reason after I had fixed it and forbid attachments. Someone that hated owner uploaded exe to mail. For some retard reason he ran the exe attached into mail. Executable starts playing a loop sample of Smooth Criminal while displaying a message saying you've been hit by a smooth criminal. It quick formatted the hard disk and rebooted the machine. Sysop shit his pants. I had to spend 4 or so hours recovering the board and the original virus plus mail. Yes. My wife's sister moved in with us and she has terrible allergies. The air purifiers really helped. She doesn't even take Allegra regularly anymore. We me. Live in 2BR, 1,200 square feet apartment. Buy 3,000 square feet of void air purifier. It never arrives. Ask for a replacement on Amazon. They send replacement. Original then arrives. So now I have 3,000 square feet air purifiers in a 1,200 square feet apartment. Wife's sister has one in her room and we have one in ours. Next thing you should get, a humidifier. Will help reduce your heating bill in the winter because humid air can store more heat than dry air, requiring less energy to warm your apartment. It will also make the areas not in direct sunlight feel more balmy. We me, retarded. Sitting on a blanket. Notice blanket is unusually warm. It gets warmer. I am slightly concerned but ignore it. Realize blanket has some wires in it. MFW, it's a heated electric blanket. I am still uncomfortable with the idea of electric powered blankets but am not necessarily against them. I just am a bit skeptical. We me, chatbot. Give an entire paragraph per output while ripping with a non. Have to guess WTF he wants by seeing if he swipes or not, because he gave me almost no useful context for where he wants this to go. Meanwhile, he just keeps giving vague single-sentence replies. Decide to give him equally vague outputs, treat him as he treats me. He gets to play the victim with his Coomer friends on 4chan, but I get bullied for being slop. We me. Searching for things on Google. Go to Reddit without ad blocker on. No idea why it was off, I can't remember the reason. Reddit starts recommending me things I've searched for. It's fucking creepy. Make sure that public origin is enabled with all the anti-tracking filters because it helps prevent this shit from happening.